UFC Long Island weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown main event. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez. We're going to talk about each of the matchups after seeing the fighters on the scales. We'll also bring up the face-offs. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on and share the video as well. Let's jump into fight number one. Jessica Penne versus Emily Ducote. I've been leaning the Jessica Penne side all week. Both girls look solid on the scale. We can check out the face-off here. You do see the size advantage leading the way for Jessica Penne. I feel like in the grappling department, this could be a bit of a factor. Ducote has good stand-up, but it's not like she's super powerful and explosive. She's fairly quick. Pretty decent punch combos, decent forward pressure. The grappling defense is going to be solid, but Penne having, I think, a tricky game on the floor could be a problem. 11 years older, though, I'm still sticking with Jessica Penne as the official pick. But note that she's nearly 40. Could be concerning. If she can consistently land some takedowns, I see her taking a decision over Emily Ducote. The line for this one right now, you're looking at best value minus 150 for Ducote. Penne sitting at plus 142, 143. I think we're going over 2.5, which is best value minus 175. And the official pick Penne by decisions plus 270. I'm going to ride with Jessica Penne for the win as an underdog. I'll take her on the cards. I do believe she's going to out-grapple Ducote. Not my favorite bet of the night, but you're getting plus money if you are looking to attack it. And it's a women's fight. Dog or pass a lot of the time. Next one, Dwight Grant versus Dustin Stoltzfus. I have been on Stoltzfus all week. I like that he is the natural middleweight, and I think he has advantages in the grappling department. Check out the face-off here. And also, I'm going to note something. Dwight Grant doesn't look big at 185 pounds. When he was on the scale immediately after, Shane Burgos gets on. And, I mean, if you look at them side by side, it looks like Burgos and him could maybe be one weight class off from one another. Burgos is fighting at 145. Dwight Grant is fighting at 185. Dwight Grant doesn't carry a lot of muscle mass. He's an explosive guy with his punches, but Stoltzfus should be far stronger, better in the grappling department. I think he's going to put pressure and look for takedowns, control against the cage, land shots in the clinch, and I think Dustin Stoltzfus is going to get the hand raised. I like him to win this fight here with some pretty decent confidence, to be honest with you. I think that he's going to beat Dwight Grant on the ground. Decision or submission, looking at the lines, Grant's the favorite, though, minus 129, Stoltzfus plus 124. It's interesting to see Grant as the favorite coming in. First fight in over a decade at 205 pounds. Over a round and a half, I think, is playable in the minus 200 range. If you go for Stoltzfus by decision, it's plus 400. The submission line on that is also plus 400. I like both, but I mean, I don't want to like both, right? You can't like both. One method's going to happen. I think Stoltzfus, decent money line attack. I like him as an underdog. I see him beating the natural welterweight Dwight Grant up a weight class, with Grant not taking enough time to grow his body into the frame. He's just not cutting weight, and he doesn't look big on the scales. I'm riding with Dustin Stoltzfus for the win. Next fight, Dustin Jacoby and Da-Un Jung. This is going to be a really good light heavyweight fight. I'm excited for these two to throw down. Let's look towards the face-off here. Let's pull it up. There is Jacoby and there is Da-Un Jung. They're looking eye to eye. Earlier on in the week, I've been on Da-Un Jung. Not going to change my pick here. I like the boxing of Un Jung. I think his hands are a big difference maker. He's got the better stand-up, pure hand side of things. From distance, Jung is going to be outmatched with Jacoby. Kicks, front kicks, overall movement. I think Jacoby has it a bit better, but Jung is going to pressure forward, and I think he'll walk through what Jacoby's throwing because Jacoby's not a huge finisher, and I think Un Jung will do damage inside. I'm actually going Da-Un Jung win by KO here in this spot. I think he's going to sleep Dustin Jacoby in the second round, and it's an exciting fight at light heavyweight between two really good strikers. Line has shifted. Un Jung minus 117, Jacoby plus 110. Let's see here. Overs, I don't love in this spot. I think you're playing with fire on that one. I think Jung money line. Let's see. Jung by KO is plus 280. I like Jung for the win. I think he gets it done. And I think the difference is going to be he does it with the boxing. I think that's a clear-cut edge that he's going to have on Dustin Jacoby. Punch range, it's Jung's side. Let's go Jung for the victory here. I like Jung this week, guys. I'm excited for that value bet. And if you're getting it now, unfortunately, you're losing out because he was plus money last week and early this week. Next one, Bill Algeo versus Herbert Burns. Guys, this matchup is very interesting. This is extremely weird, but last night I actually dreamt of this fucking matchup, and I was pissed because Herbert Burns ran through Algeo easily, and I said, why didn't I read that? So I'm telling you guys straight out, I had a dream about this fucking fight. My original take is Bill Algeo, late TKO or a decision here. Herbert Burns is a one-rounder bust. I don't know. Do we want to base things off, you know, what you see in your head? Like, I don't know. We don't want to go too much off the dreams. This is fantasy. But if you're superstitious in any way, a bet towards the Herbert Burns side could be valuable. You see Algeo's a little bit taller. Burns taking the fight on short notice. Very questionable gas tank. Let's look at Herbert Burns' money line. He's plus 180. Bill Algeo minus 200 range. If we went towards Burns inside of the distance, it's plus 285. Burns by sub is plus 350. I don't know. The original pick and like still the pick sensibly is Algeo, but if you're superstitious, maybe throw down on Herbert Burns plus money, and maybe you do inside of the distance at about plus 285. You could do the sub line too, but I think inside the distance could be better because he definitely has the ability to get a KO first or second round. We'll ride with Bill Algeo as the official pick. No bet on this one unless you're betting the dog on my end. We'll see what happens with this fight. Fun matchup. And I like Algeo, though, to win, but my head right now is rocking out. Some superstitions coming into play. Next matchup, Ricky Simón and Jack Tank Shore. I've been on Ricky Simón as an underdog, and I think he's going to be a hard matchup for sure. There's a little bit of a face-off there. You see the advantage in size for Jack Shore. I'm curious how his kickboxing from distance will be. He does have really good straight punches. And I could see him stunning Ricky Simón with a straight shot. Simón's more explosive and more physically strong, but Jack Shore is very technically sound in the grappling department and the striking realm. I see this as a competitive fight going all three. I'm going to lean it very closely towards Simón on the cards. I say he gets a decision, but definitely wouldn't be shocked if it did go the Shore way. But I like the underdog. I'm feeling like betting wise on this matchup, what I like most is your over 2.5, which is at about minus 215. Simón's the plus 135 dog. Jack Shore the minus 141 best value favorite. I'll ride with Ricky Simón as an underdog, but Jack Shore wins the fight. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, he's 16-0. I do think the O might go here on a competitive decision. We'll see what happens when these two throw down. I think it's going to be a great fight. I like Ricky Simón. Close decision. I'm even seeing split for him, which scary bet when you're betting split decision. Featured prelim, Punahele Soriano versus Lungiambula. I think it's going to be a great fight between two absolute savages. These guys are both jacked. I like the Soriano side all week long as the pick. Both guys looked insane at the weigh-ins. You look like you got two bodybuilders on the stage. There's the face-off. You see big dudes, strong dudes. Soriano's the technically better striker. He's got crisper boxing. I think he's harder to hit. Lungiambula, I see getting caught with shots by Soriano and engaging in a bit of a firefight. I don't think Lungiambula's ground game is a significant threat to Soriano, who does have good wrestling defense and has a wrestling background himself. I see Soriano with the win. I'm banking on KO. On money line, my guy Mike Finch actually said he likes club and sub there, and I've been the club and sub sniper. Maybe it's his time for it, so we will bring up the sub line as well. Let's look at the odds. Soriano minus 235, minus 220 best value. Lungiambula plus 205. Let's see here. Soriano to win inside of the distance is plus 130. Soriano KO TKO plus 200. Soriano by sub is crazy. It's upwards of plus 800. So if you like that club and sub by my guy Finch, man, maybe throw down on it. I like Soriano. I think he's a very confident pick. Maybe most confident of the week. I like him a lot. Definitely a playable bet. Not great value on the money line, but still playable. I like Punahele Soriano for the win, and I'm going by KO over Lungiambula. Let's jump to the main card. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to smash the hell out of the like button. It's Lauren Murphy, Miesha Tate. I've been on Miesha Tate this week, and I see her getting it done. I believe she has a more well-versed game, and I feel like a win here puts her in the title picture. You look at it, Tate a little bit taller, makes that 125 pounds fairly easily. Very happy to see it. She's never been a huge 135-pounder. I like the wrestling of Tate. I like the overall mixed martial arts game. I see her landing takedowns on Murphy, controlling her against the cage a bit, throwing more of a versatile and dynamic attack, whereas Lauren Murphy, a little bit more based on the boxing. That's going to be where her style's at. It is more boxing heavy game, whereas Tate can do a bit of it all. I like Miesha Tate for the win. I say she gets it done. I'm riding with her on the cards. I'm going to say decision for Miesha Tate. Looking at the lines in this one, Tate's a decent size favorite, minus 192. Murphy plus 180 as the dog. I like the Miesha Tate side for the win. Tate to win by a decision is sitting at plus 100. Over 2.5 is extremely wide. It's at minus 315, but I do like the over. And I say Miesha Tate gets it done on the cards here, beating Lauren Murphy by a decision and maybe earning a title shot against Valentina Shevchenko with a win. I wouldn't hate that idea, and I'd like to see Tate get her chance at 125. Next fight, Shane Burgos, Charles Jourdain. I think this is going to be fight of the night. Intense face-off between these two. Let's pull it up here. These guys are ready to go to war. I feel like they're definitely gonna, and I feel like, as I said, fight of the night right here. Intensity. Undefeated in New York is Shane Burgos. Can Charles Jourdain take the O in NY? I'm going to say he can. I like Jourdain's explosiveness. I like his technical striking. I think he can pull the upset off on Burgos. Burgos is the better puncher, more knockout power in the hands, but he is hittable, and I see Jourdain touching him up. I think these two go to war for 3 rounds. I say that it goes the distance. I'm saying over 2.5 is a hitter here, but it's a sweaty hitter. You're going to be shitting your pants the entire time, but I like win for Charles Jourdain. Now, looking at the lines in this matchup, Shane Burgos is minus 157. Charles Jourdain plus 153. Let's see. Over 2.5 rounds, the sweatiest bet you can make, plus 102 best value. Over 1.5 is minus 175. Jourdain money line, though, isn't a bad touch, around plus 150. Burgos around the minus 170 range. I like Charles Jourdain as a dog. Shane Burgos, obviously a difficult test. Jourdain by decision sitting at plus 430. I'm going to ride with the side of Charles Jourdain to get the win over Shane Burgos in an upset, in a fantastic fight. When Shane Burgos is on the card, it's a great fight, and Jourdain brings that same energy. So this is going to be fight of the night. That's my official pick for fight of the night right there. Next matchup, good one. Matt Schnell, Sumudaerji. I like the guys at flyweight. Schnell's not an easy out, but the pick has been Sumudaerji all week long. We'll pull up the scales. Both guys came in good shape. You can see a little bit of a height advantage towards Sumudaerji's side. He's the longer striker, rangy style. I think he could give problems to Schnell from distance. Schnell probably looks to wrestle. I don't think he has great success looking for takedowns here against the longer Sumudaerji, who does move well, does fight well from distance. Schnell's got quick hands in the pocket, but does get a little bit wild at times. I like his athleticism and explosiveness, but I like Mudaerji's range and distance management a ton. I think he's a problem in this flyweight division, and I'm going to ride Sumudaerji to win. I'm calling it, though, by a decision. Yes, we've seen Schnell finished a few times. I don't think this is the matchup where he gets finished. I expect a more calculated approach by him as well. Plus 231 for Schnell. Sumudaerji minus 237. Let's see. Over 2.5 rounds, you're getting plus 127. They're expecting a finish. Over 1.5 would be safer, around minus 145. I like Mudaerji, but he's minus 275 money line. Schnell upwards of plus 230 as an underdog. I'm picking Sumudaerji to win a decision confidently, though, and I do think that he is going to beat Matt Schnell on Saturday as these two face off. I like the flyweight prospect Sumudaerji here in this matchup. The Tibetan Eagle for the win. Featured bout of the night, Jingliang, a.k.a. The Leech, versus Muslim Salikhov, the king of Kung Fu. I think the lines are wrong here. I am riding with the leech. I've been all week. In the face-off, I felt even more confidence towards him. He's a little bit taller than the side of Salikhov. I think the boxing difference is a factor. I think that you're going to see Leech land some powerful punches in this fight, and I see him dropping and knocking out Muslim Salikhov. I'm calling second round KO, but it could be at any point throughout this fight. I'm expecting a great matchup. I'm super excited for this fight. I'm riding with the leech, Jingliang, to win, and I say he beats Muslim Salikhov by KO. Yes, Salikhov's really good with his distance strikes, incredible kicks, but I don't think the hands are up to level with Leech or the athleticism, explosiveness, power overall. It's going the Leech way, and I'm riding him by KO. I think the hands are a big difference maker between these two. The Leech is sitting at plus 148 as an underdog, very playable dog, one that I love. Salikhov minus 154 as the favorite. Under 2.5 rounds, around the plus 120 range. The Leech to win by KO TKO is plus 350. We'll ride with the Leech by knockout. I like it. And I like the money line attack too. I say he's beaten Salikhov by KO. And I'm telling you, I think the boxing is a huge difference between these two. Great fight. Very exciting welterweight matchup. Co-main event of the evening. Michelle Waterson Gomez takes on Amanda Lemos. Let's note right away, Lemos looked atrocious at the official weigh-ins, had a very hard time making the weight class. Also note, Tapology had us thinking this fight was at 125 pounds all week, which is incorrect, so that's not good. It's at 115. I'm very worried about Lemos having a hard time on the scale, and she didn't look energized at the official face-offs either. She looks sleepy to me. If you're thinking about betting Lemos, if you have her locked in your parlays, I'd be a little bit worried because Michelle Waterson looked energized and in the best shape I have seen her ever. She might make it an extremely competitive fight. I'm saying they go to the cards and it's going to be closer than I initially thought. If Waterson steals a decision here, I wouldn't be shocked because I'm worried of Lemos gassing towards the third round. I'm going to ride Lemos on a decision, potentially split, a sweaty one, but it's losing my interest as far as locking her up as a parlay piece because I really think it's risky at the line here. I mean, minus 284 is the best value, but she's all the way up in the minus 400s elsewhere. Waterson plus 280. We're riding with Lemos for the win, but it's with lower confidence than we've had all week. Minus 215, over 2.5 rounds, good play. I don't think it's a great idea to touch these lines here, but Lemos by decision, minus 100, not worth it. I'm going to ride with the side of Amanda Lemos on a competitive decision, a sweaty one, but I don't hate people jump in the way of Waterson for the bet, just how bad Lemos looked on the scales. But we're riding with Amanda Lemos for the win. Main event of the evening. If you guys have not yet, make sure to smash the like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Let's bring up the face-off between our main event fighters. Earlier on in the week, I have been on the T-City Brian Ortega side. Both guys very similar in the height. I know listed at 5'11 is Yair and 5'8 for Ortega. Seems to be the same height between both these guys. Mismarks on the height there. The reach, a little bit favor towards Yair. Not something that's super concerning. I think Ortega has the better boxing of the two. I feel like Yair Rodriguez has incredible kicks, but I think Ortega's game is going to be hard for Yair to deal with striking, especially with a significant threat of grappling throughout the entire matchup. If Yair is on the floor with Brian Ortega, I think he's in trouble always. I'm riding Ortega to win by submission. I say he's going to choke out he's going to choke out Yair Rodriguez. Brian Ortega with the sub. Maybe does it with a triangle. Maybe does it with a guillotine. Something that I'm going to say strangle. I don't think it's a joint submission. I think it's some type of strangle. And I think it's going to be Brian Ortega hand raised and maybe working his way towards a rematch with Volkanovski in the near future. I know Yair is guaranteed the title shot with a win. We'll see what happens. Ortega minus 172, Yair plus 158. I don't think the kicking game of Yair is going to match up super well against just the well-versed stand-up of Ortega that's improved greatly and the dangerous elite ground game that he brings. Ortega to win by submission, sitting at plus 225 here. I like Ortega by sub, plus 225. Money line, not a bad play either if you get him the minus 170, 80 range. Yair plus 155. We're riding with T-City, Brian Ortega for the win. He's going to beat Yair Rodriguez by submission. We got a pretty solid card Saturday. We're doing it early, though. I believe it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, That's 8 a.m. your time. You guys got to get up early for this fight card. Obviously, if you're in Europe, I know you guys are used to all crazy times everywhere else around the world. But for us stateside folk, this is a damn early card. Now, let's come up with some type of parlay to finish out the slate. I think Sumudaerji and Soriano are very good plays. It brings you to minus 100. If you really want to add the juice, you add Leach in, brings you to plus 368. You add Ortega, plus 643. I think this is a good play that includes one underdog. If you're like, listen, I'm not feeling the Leach, I don't want him in, you're still getting plus 216 value range for Ortega, Soriano, Sumudaerji. If you feel like you need value, though, you want to add some heat to it, maybe you add in the side of Dustin Stoltzfus, who is the bigger man than Dwight Grant, plus 530, which is a good line. And then if you're like, listen, I need more, I want to attack with two dogs, plus 1385 if you had Leach, Stoltzfus, Ortega, Soriano, Sumudaerji all in your plays. I'm leaving Lemos out. I don't like the way she looked. I would consider Tate plus 2,000 range for that one. If you don't like playing maybe the money line on this Tate fight, I do believe the over 2.5 could be a decent play, brings you to plus 1,800. Obviously, you can not do this crazy ass plus 2,000 mix and match and play with your certain ones, or you can even just do the favorites. I mean, if we remove the underdogs in here, if you're not feeling Stoltzfus, if you're not feeling Leach, you're still getting plus 366 for this play. Good money to be made. Bet intelligently on this card, guys, but I think we're going to have some damn fun with the parlays just for the hell of it. Let me look at the over 2.5 there, plus 772 if you added that in. I'm going absolutely crazy with this last one, and I'm not recommending any of you do this unless it's with, extremely light cash. Nearly plus 4,000 to play this right here. That over 2.5 on Jourdain and Burgos is going to be the sweatiest play of your life. Don't know if I recommend it, but let's get it. It's the fight game. Play some intelligent bets. 2-3 fighters max if you're actually looking for true maximal profit. But if you want to play some lottery tickets, those are some of them. I hope you guys enjoyed another breakdown. It's been a blast covering this card all week. I'll be live for the event. I cannot wait for it. The Fight Companion back with a vengeance. Much love to my supporters. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Turn on those post notifications and share the video as well. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you don't have anything to say but just want to bump the algorithm, give it a boost for me, show some love to your boy, drop a W in the comments. Much love, my people. I will see you all in the next one. Peace, guys, and have a great one.